Hello and welcome to Around the Block on this Tuesday. I'm Heather Holman.
Adria Goins with you.
And Jacqueline Ferris.
And we're glad you're here. Say your names, everybody in the audience. We're listening, but we're glad you're here. And we have a lot to get to today. Lots of exciting news going on in Oklahoma City. We love that. It's always great to bring you happy news.
Yes.
And yesterday, do you guys remember? Here's how I used to say it on the air all the time. Russell Westbrook.
Because
I could never say Russell Westbrook.
It's a lot of S's and R's.
And R's and W's put together. Irish wristwatch. But he was here yesterday for the big groundbreaking of our $121 million multi-purpose stadium. We'll see soccer games here, football games here, outdoor concerts here, and it's super exciting. It's a MAPS 4 project, but it was great to see Russell Westbrook back in town again. I love these awnings too.
Look, the renderings of this entire building are so cool.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they are so neat. Makes me want to go watch a game or concert. I mean, look how cool that's going to be.
Yeah, like if you've ever gone to a OSU softball game and you've sat outside in the blazing sun for hours, you can really appreciate these renderings.
Yeah, no kidding, right?
It'll be so much more fun.
It's going to be awesome. As you all know, I'm a huge soccer fan, so I cannot wait to go watch some games. Take my daughter, who's a big soccer player too, to go to those games and just, enjoy it. And it's another option for us as a family, to get to go out and enjoy. And we love going to Thunder games. We love going to the College World Series, love doing all that kind of stuff. So having this additional option is going to be so great. Unfortunately, we have to wait for 2 years to enjoy it, but that's okay.
Yeah, but it'll be an awesome year because that's also when the Olympics are coming in 2028. And then we'll have the completion of this. I mean, there's just so many different things that are happening.
And the Thunder Arena.
Yeah.
The Thunder Arena is expected to, it's like 2028 is like OKC's year, apparently.
Big League City.
Yeah,
for sure.
It's going to be so exciting.
Yeah.
It's going to look so different downtown too.
It really will.
With the 2 new arenas that are coming in, it'll look so different. And then I know they're building a lot of facilities for the Olympics, with River Sport and then at Devon Park. So it's just going to look so
and all
different.
The hotels going in.
Yeah.
So that's what we need to get on right now.
Yes.
The 3 of us need to invest in
Hotels.
a hotel.
I know. Think about how much money we would make.
Yes. Put it right along the Oklahoma River. We'd have to compete with Ocana, but hey, we can come up with something.
And they have
unique.
this, fancy water park and everything.
Water park, smarter park.
I know, right? Yeah, that would be smart. If we were smart, we would be investing in housing right now and hotels and all
condos on the river.
Ooh.
We just need to do our best HGTV and buy some, a couple of little shanties in downtown and fix them up and make them some Airbnbs for 2028.
Yes.
That's a great idea too.
Wouldn't that be fun?
So smart.
I would love that. I just need somebody to invest.
Me. I'll have to take out a loan, but I'm in.
Right? Yeah. Need to find our richest friends.
Fun.
It would be cool, wouldn't it? I
Yeah.
mean, it would be so fun to have that opportunity to just kind of be part of everything, and it'd be cool.
I love decorating and designing. Adria loves painting.
I do. I'll do all the handyman work. You can do all the decorating, and
Jacqueline, what would you do?
Oversee it.
You guys would be shocked. I have flipped 9 homes.
Wow.
And
How fun.
my least favorite task is exterior painting. Don't
I
take
love
that on yourself.
Oh, I could do that in a heartbeat. I will do
could.
that.
I regretted it.
I
once
painted my entire outside house just last year. So
Good for you.
yeah, I love it.
That's incredible. I did it once and we'll never do it again.
So one time we came in from the weekend and I asked Adria, what'd you do this weekend? And she goes, I just power washed my driveway. And I'm like, oh, really? That's all you did? Just power wash your driveway?
For fun.
And yes, paints the exterior of her house.
I do.
All these things.
I love those things because, first of all, I know this sounds terrible, but it's me time. Like, I know people are like, that's so much work, but it's me time where I'm by myself on a ladder painting, and I have it's very soothing and therapeutic to me to just be, and then I like to see the finished product. Like, it looks so good. And I'm like, I did that. So, I know.
I always wish that with everything in life, getting ready, painting my walls, whatever, that I could go, done.
I know.
Every day I'm like, that dang Mary Poppins. Because when we were young, she taught you that if you snap
your fingers,
the room's
it's all
cleaned
done.
up. Yeah. I mean, she put that false hope into me as a kid, and I've always wished ever since that
She was a
had
lie.
that magic power.
Yeah. A total lie. It was
Yes.
a total lie.
And so was her purse that could hold everything.
And that
Oh, man.
umbrella, that flying umbrella.
Also, we got the numbers in from the Western Conference Finals viewership, which, as you know, it was shown here on News 4. We were so happy to get to show you that and share that
Yep.
with you. And so the numbers are in. The NBA has confirmed Game 7 had the most views, had the most views across social media. It reached 2 billion with a B views.
Wow.
And then Game 1 was almost there with 1.9 billion.
Wow. That is incredible.
I
That is
know.
so crazy. But I mean, people love basketball. It was two really competitive teams, and the Thunder, the reigning champs. I mean, the B part is a little surprising, but I'm not surprised that a lot of people wanted to tune in and watch that. So
It was so fun. I watched every single game.
me too. Well, I
Yeah.
did until I watched at least the first half of every game.
Because you had to go to bed.
I had to go to bed.
And that was still probably late for you.
It was so
yeah,
it was
duty
definitely late.
calls,
Hey,
duty
I
calls.
mean, I'm sacrificing sleep for the greater good.
Yes.
So.
Absolutely.
That way you knew what to wear the next day. Should you wear Thunder
Exactly.
colors or
Yes, should I be in mourning?
well,
No.
here's the thing too. If you would have worn black, that's the color of the
I
Spurs.
know.
So it's not like we can just show up wearing black because we're in mourning. It looks
No,
like
yeah.
we're supporting them.
I thought about wearing this. I have this really cute white shirt that's got like black cuffs on it and a black, lapel and everything. And then I thought, oh, I can't wear that. I had to take it off before I came to work because I cannot wear that, especially this, last week I couldn't.
Right. Yeah.
So
But we are proud of our guys,
We are.
even though we didn't take the head on to the finals. We are super proud of
Super
our
proud.
Thunder. Yes. When we come back, we're going to talk about a couple things, including the fact that the Route 66 parade was so big in Tulsa that they had to turn away people with classic cars. We'll explain that. Plus, another Route 66 giant statue coming in. We'll show you that too next. Welcome back to Around the Block. We are talking about a parade in Tulsa. This was for Route 66, and it was super cool. It was a
Huge.
record-breaking event,
yes.
and they got about 3,500 classic cars out there. The problem was so many more people showed up who had registered to be in the parade with their classic cars, and it was so big that they had to turn them away. So in Tulsa, they are offering refunds to those drivers with their registration
With
fees.
their such cool cars.
Yeah, we talked about this yesterday,
Yeah.
but how cool the event was. There's the Ooga OHP car, but we didn't realize at that time that a lot of people also had to be turned away,
Yeah.
which is super cool because everyone wanted to participate.
Could
That's
you
my favorite.
imagine how long a 3,500 car parade would take to get through, Route 66, which is why they're like, oh my gosh, we'll be here for days
Yeah.
if we don't, so they had to cut it off, which stinks. I get it. But I mean,
But can you imagine all the people on the sidelines going,
yeah, their neck
12,500
would be
times?
sore.
Yeah. and then
Yes.
meanwhile they're getting more red and more red and more red, sunburn sitting out there.
Yes.
I had friends who participated, and they did say it was truly a full day event in their
Yeah.
car.
Mhm.
And so I appreciate they turned people away because it would have gone into the night.
Yeah.
And,
Mhm.
That would have been
it
tough.
was a daytime parade, not a full day parade.
Right. Yes.
I know everybody was excited because they wanted to set this, new Guinness World Record. And so they, put out the call to get all of these classic cars. And here's the thing about people who love classic cars is that they are true enthusiasts.
Oh, yes.
And they want to show off that car. And because they put a lot of money into it. They do everything they can to get it into good shape and they want to show it off. So
Mhm.
I know some of them were disappointed, but
Okay.
like you said, like we all said, there was a lot. So
I met this couple one time. They had a classic car, and I was out at an estate sale, and they were there, and their car was super cute, little red doodad car. I don't know what it was. Anyway,
I
but
love
they were
doodads.
both they're both elderly, and she had this bandana tied up into her hair, and
Oh.
her name was Betty, and he was George, and
Oh
it
my
was the cutest thing. I was
Great.
like, you all are the perfect couple.
yes.
They're just so adorable together.
like
But
a little American couple. How cute
Yes.
is that? I love
and it was a convertible, so they're just enjoying all that wind and sunshine.
Yeah.
It's really cute. We've told you so many times about different statues and sculptures coming for the 100th anniversary of the Mother Road, and now we have a new one coming up in Sayre. It's going to be the biggest replica horseshoe in the world. So it's a horseshoe.
How iconic that it's a horseshoe with our Western heritage here in
Yeah.
Oklahoma, right?
Along with
Ooh,
some
that's
modern
great.
times neon right in the middle. But that's
Yeah.
pretty cool.
That is cool.
So currently under construction, as you can see, but very, very neat for especially everybody who is taking a road trip to go to see all of the sculptures that we're putting up. This is along I-40 at Route 66 in the city of Sayre.
I was going to say, I wonder like how far off the road, off the interstate it is to, I mean, can you see it from the interstate? I wonder too, but that looks cool.
I was driving through Weatherford. I just did a Pay It Forward story in Weatherford and driving through with my photographer, and we saw the Space Guy.
Ooh, you did?
Oh, you
Yes. Why I'm trying to blank on what his name is. It's after the song Sergeant. What's the song, Jacqueline? You should-
Stafford. Is
Are
it
you talking
not?
about the Stafford Airspace?
No, I'm
No.
talking about they named it after the song Sergeant da 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 da. Anyway, I'll
I
look it up in
can't- I
the
don't
commercial
know.
break.
We'll look it
but
up.
so
Sergeant
it was-
Peppers?
No, it's what's you guys keep talking.
glad
Hang
I
on.
didn't say
I'm going to look this up right now.
That's really where I thought she was leading.
I did too.
Sergeant
I was
Tom.
like-
Sergeant Tom.
Okay.
Sergeant
What's
Tom.
that
Okay.
song?
But I
Who
think
sings that?
I think it's after General Thomas Stafford.
Right, but they combined it. It
Oh,
was so it's
cute.
from the song
Okay.
and yes, Sergeant Tom Stafford. So
okay.
that's how that works in Weatherford. Anyway, we drove past it shooting this story, and I said, when we're done shooting, we have to go back and take a picture outside,
Yeah.
like we
Yes.
always talked about doing outside the
Yes.
Red Boot.
Yeah.
We forgot.
Oh,
No,
no.
you did not, Heather.
I would like to take though like a weekend where we go and just the family load up in the car and go to all these like the push
Yes.
pin and the Red Boot and then this horseshoe and like I think it would be fun to go check out all of those.
Oh, I
you
do
know?
too.
Yeah.
I think that's what a lot of people are going to be doing when they come. Okay, the song is Major Tom by David Bowie,
Okay.
mixed with Sergeant Tom Stafford.
That's great.
Ah, there you go. Love it.
I need to go see that one. I saw the push pin and the big boot this past weekend.
Oh,
Okay,
you did?
100% worth it.
Yeah.
And so close to the metro.
that's
That
so
is-
neat.
that
And
is
the push
cool,
pin
yeah.
lights up at night too.
Yeah.
It was unbelievable.
Yeah, cool.
Try it.
All right, when we come back, this will save a lot of kids a lot of money. 3-year bachelor's degrees. We'll tell you where that can happen next.
Man, it's been a long time since I've been in college. I don't want to
Okay.
admit it. It's been a long time. We're talking about college here.
Okay.
And it's been a long time. I try not to, date myself. So I always say, I'm,
Yeah.
29 for the however many time. Anyways, 3-year college degree options. Would you guys have taken a 3-year college degree option when you were in college?
If it could still lead to
Man.
this, I had a broadcasting degree,
Yeah.
so if you could still get a job, definitely.
Yeah,
I would have saved so much money in student loans.
I know, but college was like the greatest years of my
You
life.
played, yours is different. You played professional, soccer.
College soccer, yeah.
College soccer. And, I had a fun first 2 years in a sorority at OBU. And then I was all about my just broadcasting career after
Yeah.
that and did everything on campus as far as our newscasts, one-man banding, shooting, editing, producing, anchoring, all the things at my college. And so I was all about that. And so if I could finish that, though, in 3 years, I definitely would have done that.
Yeah, now OU has considered these 3-year degree programs. They've basically said we're going to evaluate this and see what they think. They're going to go before the Oklahoma State Regents for Higher Education, and they're going to work out a framework that may give them a guideline as to how they could potentially do this, which they say this will help get kids graduated faster and into the workforce faster, but it would also save them a lot of debt because we all know, let's face it, college is getting to be extremely expensive. Even some of the lower tier schools, still very, very expensive. So OU they have 2 degrees that they're thinking about right now. The proposal is for a degree in social work and then cybersecurity.
Mhm.
Those are what's up for consideration, and they could start as early as the fall semester in 2027. We reached out to OSU. They said they're going to go before the Board of Regents June 12th for their meeting, and they are proposing programs for a Bachelor's of Applied Science in Artificial Intelligence
Mhm.
and a Bachelor of Applied Science in Business Essentials. So UCO, we also reached out to them, and they're still determining whether or not they're going to have an accelerated degree program. But I mean, you're talking like getting out into the workforce, getting there, getting ready, getting your job, your feet wet, that would be kind of interesting if I didn't love college so much and wanted to stay in as long as I possibly could, I think I probably would.
Anybody who plays sports for sure.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's so much fun for you. For me, like I said, my last 2 years were just focused on doing all my schoolwork, doing as much broadcast as I
Yeah.
could, and then getting out because I did have to take out student loans
Yeah.
every year, and I just couldn't afford. And one thing too, I transferred from OBU after my first 2 years at OBU. Great time. That was my college life there. Transferred after 2 years to UCO. And they told me, yes, all of your credits transferred. And I was like, great. And then comes my senior year of my last semester.
No.
And the lady
Yeah, they
goes,
didn't.
oh, 9 of your hours didn't transfer.
Oh, you've got to be kidding me.
That's a lot.
And I know. And so guess how many hours I took that semester so that I wouldn't have to take out more student loans? 23.
I'm
23
glad
hours.
to hear you beat me.
Wow.
My last semester was 18, and it was too many.
How do
Yeah.
you fit 23 hours
So
into
fortunately, I think two of them were weekend classes, full weekend classes.
Okay.
And then after that, it was like 17 full-time hours. But I had weekend classes,
Yeah.
But I had to do it specifically because I couldn't afford more student loans.
Yeah.
I totally understand.
Yeah. No, I get that too. My parents had to take out small student loan for me just for like some books and stuff like that. But with my sister and brother,
Mhm.
they had to take out student loans for both of them that were
Mhm.
really substantial. And they spent years, like you're talking 10 to 15 years to pay those
Yeah.
off. So,
Massive debt.
yeah.
My sister
So-
got her doctorate all on student loans.
Oh,
Yeah. So, I mean, it's, and then I know of another woman who's a doctor and she racked up over $100,000.
Oh my
I'm
goodness.
sure.
So, I mean, just, it's like, okay, if you could do that in 3 years, I mean, obviously can't become a doctor in 3 years, but just a typical degree and still go on and get the profession that you want, then yeah, I'm all for it.
And make the money back to pay off those
Yes.
loans.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the hard part.
True.
All right, let's switch gears here. So every year we do a garden in our backyard. It's very small. It's nothing big. We do jalapeno peppers, and this year we have like habanero peppers too, and we always do a bunch of tomatoes because during the summertime we like to make salsa or do BLTs with the tomatoes and stuff that we grow. They're so good. I mean, let's face it, a homegrown tomato is much better than one that you
for
buy
sure.
in the store.
Yes.
But this year in particular, I'm very glad that I planted more than usual because tomato prices are outrageous.
Isn't that crazy? Everything's going up. Paychecks are not, but everything else is.
Yes.
Everything. Tomatoes even.
Tomatoes. Listen to this, Heather. The average price now for a tomato, $2.69 a pound.
What?
That is record high.
Yeah.
I mean, normally it's like, I can remember when it was like 60 cents a pound.
Yes.
Like that it just blows my mind. And tomatoes are dense, so you're paying a lot for those. So anyways, this was after some tariffs were imposed. Obviously, during a trade policy, Mexico is where we get a lot of our tomatoes. 90% of U.S. tomato imports do come from Mexico, but bad weather and crop disease also impacted the price as
that's
well.
what's making these prices high. And I remember in previous years, restaurants would say, we're out of tomatoes. We don't have any. There would be signs on the doors of restaurants, no tomatoes.
Yeah.
But going back to what you said, Adria, about how tomatoes homegrown are so much better.
So much better.
My sister grows her own. She's basically a farmer in her little plot in Norman, Oklahoma.
A farmer that's a doctor. Right?
Yes.
Okay. All right.
She has her doctorate. She's a psychologist.
Okay.
But she's always back there, and she always posts what all they've picked that day, peppers and all these different things. But every time we go over there for Thanksgiving or Christmas, whichever holiday, she will have sliced open a fresh tomato and then sprinkles it with salt.
Mhm.
It is so good.
That makes my mouth water right now just thinking about it. It's so good.
Uh-huh.
And like every summer we probably do BLTs like maybe 4 or 5 times during like the month of July, whenever the tomatoes finally, because there's something about like just a juicy tomato and bacon that just falls off the bread that just makes you just think of summer for us.
Yeah.
So it's so good. So anyways, I'm really glad I planted a few extra plants.
And now I know where I can get
Yep,
tomatoes.
come on over. I'll charge you $3.69.
Thanks.
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I would not.
You know what
No
you can do with that
inflation.
money? You can invest it into a new hotel
There
along
you
the Oklahoma
go.
River.
There you go. All courtesy of Heather because she bought so many of my homegrown tomatoes. All right, we're going to have your bizarre holidays of the day whenever we come back. All right, welcome back to Around the Block. I know why this bizarre holiday, this first one, is on this list.
You did.
Yes, look at your smile.
Because Jacqueline came up with these. That's why.
Jacqueline puts
No.
these together, and
I
she
find them from a website,
Right.
so it's provided to me. I don't make them
yes,
up.
don't make them up, but you made sure that this one did not get
I didn't get
scratched
cut.
from the
No.
list. The first one is International Volkswagen Bus Day.
And Jacqueline, you love Volkswagens, but do you
do.
have one?
I do.
Yeah,
I have a
bug, right?
1983 Volkswagen Westfalia camper van.
Oh, a camper
One of the
van.
big white,
Yeah,
looks like a Scooby Doo van, kind of.
That's really cool.
that is so cool. That is
That's
super cool.
All right, our next one, National Greyhound Day.
National I Love My Dentist Day.
Okay. National Leave the Office Early Day.
That just made my teeth sensitive whenever Jacqueline said, love my dentist. But hey, let's go.
Yeah, I know, right? Let's
It's also
focus here. No.
National Rocky Road Day.
And National Rotisserie Chicken Day.
That's so weird. That's the most random.
So many random.
Not just any kind of chicken, rotisserie
That's
chicken.
right. Thanks for joining us on your Tuesday. We'll see you tomorrow.
Bye.